Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? I'm hanging in. Although I'm seeing more Amish Mindset, which I'm very happy for. So ask yourselves, what are you doing on an everyday basis to uplift another person? I just got out of the shower. Air dry. Ask yourselves, what could you be doing to uplift others? Because you also want to be uplifted, and that should be reciprocal. Before I begin, Rainbow Masters, please like Amish Mindset, share is caring, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Some of us know that I used to upload 2 to 3 books a day. Now I'm lucky if I can get one in every other day, or if at all. I did a lot of boxing and bagging. My stair lift broke. Fun. I had to crank it and hand crank it. It took me all day yesterday because it went from the top. It had to go all the way to the bottom. Holy shit, am I sore? Holy crap. Because this stuff just likes to happen to me. Like, universe is like, nope. And I don't know what's wrong with it, and I can't afford for a serviceman to come out. So it's just going to be broken. Anywho, if you get anything from my work and would like to help me out in this disparaging time, if I ever given you a connect the dots, something new to read, an epiphany, a mic drop, a spark of inspiration, please consider supporting my work. Share the abundance with others, because this is how we change the world. Because if you do it every day, little clicks, and you share people's posts that resonate with you, that message is going to hit somebody. If someone's having a yard sale in your community, repost it, especially if you know the person. If you know someone's hungry and you have something to spare, share it. People more or less let things rot in their cabinets where they're about to expire, which is still good depending on what the product is. Donate it. If you know that there are people looking for clothes and you have clothes drop-ins, clean out your closets and donate. These are the littlest things that you could do on an everyday basis. If you have the extra abundance in whatever category it is, share it. Because we all need to take accountability to take care of each other, because we're all fractalized parts of each other. And especially in this series of channelings in the Rainbow Masters, it's literally telling us what's going to be possibly taking place. I don't agree with everything here that people write or channeled, but their potentials. And a lot of it is understanding and grasping the fact that we need to exude love and unconditional love and compassion. That's for density. If you can't handle being giving and also receiving, because it's reciprocal, it's energy that you put out that you're going to get back. It might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen next week, but it will come back to you. So what are you doing to help people out? And this is something I didn't make up. I didn't just this is my spirit guides telling me why shit hasn't really happened on a bigger scale, is that people aren't ready because people are so into themselves, which is fine because that's the polarity you choose. But I know a lot of people out there that have really good hearts and that try to support others, but it's not just the people that are on the platforms that everybody is uplifting, the major head. It's the small people who are in the struggle that could use your help. That's all. Of course, like their stuff that helps them. But think about the smaller people who are trying to get a similar message out, maybe in a different way that might resonate with other people, and that person doesn't really resonate with them. You never know. So I just want to put that out there before I begin this, because I think it's very important that I keep instilling this Amish mindset. You don't let anybody in your community, especially where you live, fall. And if you're new to the community, find those Facebook pages. Go out and talk to people. I know it's difficult. Like for me, I rarely go out to eat because I obviously don't have money. But even when my mom died and I did, it's hard going out by yourself. But I've done it. Sometimes you never know who will stop in, or you hear a conversation and you kind of insert yourself in. You don't know until you try. So just putting that out there. A lot of planetary changes are happening. The Schumann resonance was at 85 today, spikes all the way down. So Lionsgate's going to happen in another day. So buckle up. Energies are going to be crazy. So this is chapter 9, recording 2, Paul the Venetian. Saturday, April 8th, 1989, 4 p.m., year 2, day 235. Third ray. Paul the Venetian, the artist. Dharma. Precious being of light, they need do nothing. Ye only need allow me entry unto thy space, for 'tis me to give the lesson. I am Paul of the third ray of refraction of the crystal light. I am often called by the label of Paul the Venetian. It is not of great matter except that many Pauls will pass of thy path and labels become confusing. It is most difficult to separate us of higher frequencies. We have a thrust, a talent given, if you will, toward focused purposes. As Moira represents most preciously the will of God, Lanto, the wisdom of God, I, Paul, will focus on the element of love and spirit, discernment. It's very important. I come on the comfort vibration of what we call the pink frequency. My talents have long been in artistic perceptions and projections. I have been accused of heresy in some of my works upon your place, but so be it. Man wants his God to be in his own image. 'Tis not the way it is. Ooh, I'm now very curious who this Paul is. Please do not confuse my terminology of love with what thee defines as love. Myself and the brotherhood with whom I serve of the third ray are not idle dreamers of poetry and sounds of harmonious music. Would it be that it could be so? We are so quite pragmatic of the way of the Holy Spirit. It is through the beauty and purity of The third ray, through which the wondrous qualities of diplomacy, patience, tact, arbitration, unity, brotherhood, culture, beauty, and perfecting of the heart are made manifest. Through the blood, ruby red, of the universal Christ, and the body crystal white of the wondrous Christos, this pink rose flame is birthed. It is through this pulsation that externalizes the divine plan in the chalice of man's being through the body and blood of the universal Christos. As we move forward, there will be much ado about the threefold flame, the heart, head, and the hand, and extolling of qualities of tripart flame, of liberté, the emblem for Delice. This is the signet of every son and daughter of Senent Kumara. Remember thy teachings, creator creation exemplified by vibrations and intonations. Do not concern of it now, beloved one, as confused is not my intent of this day. Communion and introduction are my intent. You will listen and heed the teachings of Kohan Maha as he comes in his personal tellage unto ye ones, for it is blessed gift to be so chosen as his Cleus. He has taught you well to clear of thy spaces, inner and outer, to discern the foul spirits of demons below and wondrous spirits of the angelic spirits above, both of which may work through people according to their moods and vibrations up or down. Desires, architectural participation. I am most devout to the perfecting of the souls and the development of the intuitive and creative faculties of the heart. I will most wish to be called into the planning with thy architectural designs and beauteous buildings. I work most closely with my brothers of the first and second rays in bringing together the will of God and the wisdom of God into one mint. We will work through the science of love as it applies to every challenge faced today, from terrorism, pornography, drug abuse, economic debacle to nuclear war. We will transmute through the violet flame emergence to face even the cataclysms to come forth, and even through the putting down of the divine female, including the feminine ray, and both sexes and little children, so be it. Required spirit identification. I also tell you to try the spirits, whether they come of God, for many false prophets are come into the world. The Holy Spirit will teach thee how to exercise those spirits which are not of God. Atan, as Brother Hatan, has done well in his training of the ones, but ones tend to forget with far quicker efficiency than the learning thereof. We will give thee much more assistance in harnessing of these God forces. Ye must establish a strong heart tie to the beloved sacred heart of thy creator creation source, that ye are never caught sleeping. Ye will blind the evil spirits in the name of I am that I am in the radiance of the sacred circle Christos. Utilize the strength given unto thee by the superior commander-in-chief, Insu Jesus Sananda, standing bear of the Wakan Tanka, through the blessed truce, but by white buffalo calf woman unto early tribes. These were brought forth in balance and harmony, and gifted in abundance by the source unto thee. All have talent gift. Once upon thy place pleaded worthlessness, and that only a few have been given certain gifts of beauty and talent. Nay, nor so. Locked within the being of every incarnate soul is a talent unique unto thee. It can manifest as a painting, music, invention, or the special gift of giving. Thy Mother Teresa. pause. I would do your research on her, who she's tied to, what she's done. There's a lot of evidence, and it will come out. We're going to be shown what we thought were good people were really negative. Though, if we take the idea of the woman of, or anyone that embodies what was told to us as what Mother Teresa was told to us, and embodies that goodness, that's what we want to exemplify. But the person that they speak of, and there is evidence. And again, you can believe what you would like, but this is something that don't resonate with me. The idea does, but not the person. Most of you have hidden it away in thy insecurity, and have refused to bring it forth. Ye shall overcome. It matters not what level of perceived enlightenment ye may be, ye can grow. Ye must grow. But when ye come right down to the truth of it, the fires of creativity held within the force field of man, any human, determine what he can accomplish in his earthly span of perceived time. Oh boy, I'm screwed. Most dissipate their creativity in lust for money and things of worldly value, fill their thrust with worldly desires and fleshly pleasures and pursuits, and in acquisitiveness that is the disease of the human race. You will be assisted in exercising the mind in non-attachment and impersonalization, that ye may move from the traps of worldly bindings which destroy thee. So be it. I come to work with thee that ye might learn of thy own soul psychology, for ye are lost in confusion in the learning. Be patient in thy learning and communion with us as we move more closely into thy space. Ye still are in the thrusting of thy senses into a relationship with another that might somehow bring unto thee that another's attainment, happiness, etc. Ye call it love, practice rituals which ye call love. Nay, ye are novices and do not yet know the full meaning of the term love. I'm going to pause here for a second. I agree with that. I can't describe it too well, but I'll just say that I've been told, I love you. I love you. Too many times to count, and those were empty words. Love, in my eyes, is a word that is so misrepresented and so misunderstood. It's beyond banana nuts. I don't like when people tell me they love me, unless they say they unconditionally love me, because that is a greater understanding, because you could compare it to pets. When you embody love in its totality, the one that has the intention saying that word understands everything underneath that category of what that word in turn means, because there's so many other words describing what love actually is. And it's also a vibration and frequency. It's a thrown away word, just like curse words. It's thrown around in so many ways, it's kind of losing its meaning. So I just want to put that out there. And I know a lot of people will resonate with that, and I'm not asking you not to resonate with that, but the word love, from my own personal experience, empty words, an empty phrase. The step not taken. Before I take leave, I would please speak of this step not taken. The step contemplated, often resisted. That is until resistance itself becomes such an ingrained habit that ye are chained into immobility by thy own bindings. The next step then becomes self-acceptance. You will find excuses such as, well, this is the way I am, and people will just have to accept me this way. This is my level of service. This is all I can give, and others can give the rest. Well, the fallacy in this is not self-knowledge and defining one's potential, for it is good to understand one's capacity and not to commit more than one can. But the fallacy is beloved ones, the sense that one can rest on any plateau or arrive at any set of definitions for one's life or personality. Seal them with the sealing of wax and lock without a key. Make the imprint of the seal of oneself and say, as it is, so it is. So be it. I have spoken. Interesting. Trap of human ego. Listen carefully, Chelas, as this is the trap. It is a human ego that would hold you captive and imprison the soul to a certain level of the knowns, where ye feel ye have security and stability, but unknowingly it would keep the soul there, and it would convince the soul that no other progress can or should be made, and that's its current level of attainment insufficient unto all things. Nay, nay, nay. Let us take utmost care that self-assessment docks not results in the inertia of rest, and in such inertia is not confused with the state of nirvana. The higher states of consciousness are those of movement, action, even within the point and the heart of absolute rest. My service to life and unto you ones is to show the way of love, especially to coalesce the teachings of the lords of the first and second ray. This will thrust ye further then into the heart of the crystal core, the fiery core of Serapis Bey, the line of the rays. See how spirit sinks because the Lion's Gate is in one day. And then going forth therefrom to bring into precipitation and merging of the sixth and seventh rays of transmutation. Love is the key element without which we are trapped. So be it, and place my seal upon the portion that I will not tire of thee, Dharma. Ye are blessed and will hold thee close, that ye cannot fail and fall. I take my leave in humble appreciation and leave my cloak of love about thee, that ye may find peace in the journey. Ye grow weary, and thy nerves are worn from the energy surges. Keep separate from the confusion of groups or noise which clash with thy senses, for thee are undergoing great change, and ye must now withdraw, for we are only just begun, dear one. Ye do not need of company nor running about to share the energy in thy space, neither do thee need to be ill to escape. Just say no if ones are offended. 'Tis of their problem, not thine. Adonai, precious Chelas. I look forward to great joy in sharing again with these ones. I am Paul in love in eternal service unto the one light and unto thee. Aho. So be it, Dharma, so be it. Hatan here to smooth the ruffles. We are growing rapidly. It's much to ask of thee to write so much in thy day, dear one. If we tarry, we cannot cover the span which must be covered. Ye must become acquainted with, we may move forward. The pace will quicken rapidly and steadily, and I must have thee in clarity. Please keep thyself released. We cannot take of a week end, and ye will settle more quickly If ye keep separate from outer confusion, I will not command that ye do so, but I do ask that you honor my request. Thy brothers are very dependent upon thee, dear one, to do of thy job. Be it, and Sela. Salu, 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 I am Hatan of light. Interesting there. Chapter 10, Recording 1. Serapis Bey. Sunday, April 9th, 1989, 7 a.m., Year 2, Day 236. The Fourth Ray. Serapis Bey, the Architect. Dharma greetings, I am Serapis Bey, to call. Ye should feel much comfort and camaraderie with me. I am often referred to as the Commander Hatan of the Seven Rays. I represent the disciplinarian taskmaster lion, shout loudly and push around a big stick. Knowing Hatan as you do, I think you have already discounted the words as being quite tainted in exaggeration. It is that I, like him, believe one should get what one requests: hard work, truth, and mighty kick to the rear areas that move thee along thy path. When I was a student, Chila, indecision about which ray I would serve, and focus my efforts what ray I would preserve in the office of preserver of life, I meditated and contemplated all, but came to the light of purity. I then focused master of geometry that I was. The shortest distance between 2 points, point A and point B, is purity. Therefore, purity I shall be. I shall take the direct path. I shall always give thee directness, bottom line. Thee calls it. I shall effort as reliving thee of the mush of thy self-indulgence. If that be a Spartan trait, so be it. I was a Spartan upon thy plane. I was Leonidas. Wow. King of Sparta, meeting son of the lion. Well, so be it. I am often referred to as the lion, not so much from the ferocious terror that I bring forth, but I suspect 'tis more that I growl a lot. Interesting. At any rate, I choose and choose yet the direct path. Purity reflects the crystal light, direct fragment of Father Mother Source. Did I set myself above my brothers, who chose the colored fragments? Oh no. Just need to jump in and get on with it, I suppose. I decided that if ascension is the intent, which is most surely be, that I would go as directly to the point as possible, as rapidly as possible. Well, even old souls get their lessons and most surely got mine. But so be it. I most surely know all about the ray of purity and ascension. Dharma is not Dharma. There's an H missing there. One, however, does not stand alone until they are the one. That is not a misspelled word, Dharma. Why do I spell the name Dharma? Because it is thy name. Ye are one of the bringers of life truth. Do ye wish to avoid thy truth by avoiding the truth? How long can thee hide and pretend ignorance? So be it. Let us get on. You will find the most utility ray will be Germain's violet. Intense and transmuting, it is impossible to explain these things since there is no difference in reality. But it helps thee to focus on a given service or duty. What do ye wish to accomplish? Then call in the most effective tool. To achieve thy goal, ye must utilize that white ray is blend and thrust of the violet ray. Oh, I wish for thy misformed selves, that it could just be mystical and cloudy as ye perceive it to be. But alas, 'tis not so. It is physics. Light rays, vibration, sound, based on the law of the universe, physics. Therefore, ye must learn to use the tools, and with all human, it must always be the difficult way it seems. Ye must learn alchemy, and beloved one, ye shall learn it from the masters masters at it. Me and Germain, so be it. Get your pen and paper. We would begin by taking a page upon which to write. Make 2 columns. First column, myself, what is real. The second column, myself, what is unreal. You will head the first column with the word God, the I am that I am, Christ, the only begotten Son. This is that which is real within you. It's within you. This is that is real within you. You will head the second column with the human will, the human intellect, the human pride. Next, list the virtues of light, the virtues of Christ, of God in the first column, which you know to be real and to outpicture within thyself. Next, in the second, you will list those faults, those sins, which are not real. Then you will return to the first column and list those attributes that you desire to have as real, that you know exist, that you honor and adore, but which you have not yet mastered. These you must also claim as yourself, as reality, for unless and until you claim them, you cannot be them. Do you see? Thusly, you will clear mark the truth and falsehood of identity. I am sincerely meaning this, Chilas. Do this in fact. Don't just read Dharma's printing. Take pen and paper and find thyself. This is the starting place. That which is the first column must rise. That which is in the second must be transmuted before the energy thereof can rise. So be it. Pause. That's a really good exercise. That is a really good exercise. Because the qualities that you think you lack are the ones that you really need to work on and master. And then the false illusions of the things that are what we call sins are not necessarily sins. They're soul lessons that you need to hold. Interesting. Unbending lion. When ye work with me, ye must know something. I do not allow one to simply up and leave a crisis, a circumstance, or an individual that is not to his liking. He must face, stand, and conquer his own cardinal mind and misqualified energy by disciplining his consciousness in the art of non-reaction to the human creation of others, even as he learns how not to be denominated or influenced by his own human reaction. When ye master these things, is huge capitalization there, then ye be given alchemical secrets of the tree of life. When thee really grows weary of world of desire, have subdued the passions and polarizations, conceding only to be still and know that I am God. When this is done in perfection, then ye will get the ascension papers of ascension bag and will charge of it to the gold MasterCard. Ye will never make it through pride. Ye will make it only through humility, divine humility, different than proclaimed humility. There is an act of false pride which manifests false humility and causes individuals to appear humble, whereas in reality they reek with pride. This false humility is often manifested in subtle ways and is a mockery of the real. I urge upon all then that these seek the banner of divine humility. If the masters in the divine presence of man through the mediumship mediumship, of Christ, have ever recognized any of the errors of men and have hindered them from becoming that which they truly long to become, they have recognized their pride. True humility is worn eternally. It is not a garment you place upon you for a moment, for a day, or for a year, or when passing a test. It is an undergarment with which God himself is clothed, and unless it surround thee, thy hopes of attainment are slim indeed. When ye have ascended unto the higher realms, the promise of the Master is, ye are finished. However, and here comes the punchline for the ones. The exception to the Master's promise would be if the individual, in order to fulfill his divine plan, is required to come again in embodiment at some future time, so that you can complete a specific mission agreed upon. So be it. If the shoes fit, work in them. That's interesting. Brothers, when you finally come to face the presence and behold in the mirror of the eternal life, you see God face to face. You will then say, lo, I am made in his image. I am the image and the likeness of Holy One. For in that fire you see yourself as God is, and not as you were yesterday in the human consciousness, or today or tomorrow, but you see yourself in the forgiveness of the invincibility of the cosmic flame of honor. Men will say on the merry-go-round until these things are learned. He perceived he cannot get off. He fears he will fall off. Nay, brother, jump off and into it. If ye spend of thy time learning the lessons which will be brought unto thee, thee will have glory. Do not wait in pondering as to whether or not Dharma has lost her marbles, lest she take of her marbles and come home, thus end this game. Ponder upon the lessons herein, not on whether or not of the sources, yes, we are real, and we come to assist and share, but turned away, we go away. Free will choice of thy own gift. So be it, little one, we have done good work this day. My ray of vibration will not leave thee so confused, as it is the ray of thy brother Atan. I stand in humility in his service, and in the service of the great and wondrous sacred circle of infinity, the Kohan of this humble Chela. I place my seal upon these words. I bind thee in my protection. I give unto thee added clarity and perception, that we may move quickly about our appointed tasks. In total love and truth, balance and harmony, I leave thee. I am that I am, Serapis Bey. Hatan, Dharma, and light, I come only briefly to balance the energies a bit. Our brother, Serapis Bey, always leaves a whirlwind similar to Jermaine. Ye will be picking up thy bits and pieces while he has already returned to wherever he was going. There is strength to learn upon in this mighty presence. He will not play of games with thee when thee are serious in thy questions, but he will rather suggest most directly that thee shape up and haul. Do not set these ones high above themselves. They are your learned teachers, masters at their work. Reap the rewards from their singular attention and love. Truth knows no bounds, for truth is. Ye will not be allowed to further hide from it, for once truth be known, there is never again the unknowing. Ye are fine. I would meet again before the day's end. Please go forth from this place for a while and allow the energy field to temper a bit. Get thy sage, basket, food, whatever, and let us convene again at a later hour. We need get through these introductions that we may get down to business. In love and care, Chela, I take leave. Salu, 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 Hatan. We'll leave it there. I find it very interesting. Again, this is reiterating, he's like, I'm Leonidas. Hello. We were all many, many things, many, many people, many entities, some not recognizable, wouldn't know a name, some in the history books. We're all equal. We all take different roles in different lifetimes as different things, people, places. We embody everything and have already. There's no less or more, but what was just spoken about with like post haste, let's go, is really what spirit is harping me on to kind of give everybody is love, unconditional love and compassion, detachment to things and to people. Knowing that you are God and you are a fractal of God and Yeshua and everybody. We're fragments of it all. And we have to treat each other as if we are living each other's lives. We have to pick up those who have fallen and get them to an equal ground. That's if their free will allows it. We all have lessons to learn, but there are things outside of our control that sometimes happen to us. And it's like they're coming down and helping us. We need to help each other. That's a big test that a lot of people fail. So I'm giving everybody much love and light. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscriptions. I thank everybody who has come through to help me. It is very appreciated. We live in very tumultuous times. We live in very hard times. And it's all something that we need to push through and forward, but we can't do that without each other. So I'm going to leave you on this. What is one thing you could do on an everyday basis, change it up, that you can help a stranger or somebody in your local area? And it's as simple as a click. What could you do to help those around you? We have to play the 3D games. So while we're still here, let's play them. Let's uplift each other. And we'll come out better as human beings and as each other for it. I hope all of you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.